Good afternoon, everyone. Thieves stealing tons of premium Bordeaux grapes. Vines are stripped bare. Grand solar minimum grape losses already. We saw in Austria last year. Now we're seeing it in France this year. When things get expensive, people steal. It's at the point now they're already stealing from the fields due to high prices. We saw the same thing in 2008 in Thailand. Farmers had to guard their fields because others would walk in with harvesters at night and actually strip the grain out of the fields. And then that led to rice hoarding. We're only going to repeat the cycle of theft of food and hoarding. I am going to talk about food-based cryptocurrency. I do not promote any of these coins, and I know those of you out there say, why do you talk about cryptocurrency inside your Grand Solar Minimum videos? You know why? Because they're so tied together. Now we have the Swiss-based food coin ecosystem. It's a business-to-consumer and business-to-business online marketplace for natural food using cryptocurrency. BioFarm is a farm cooperative of 200 small family farms using cryptocurrency to buy and sell their farm products. Kolionovo in Russia, production of agricultural goods and services, cryptocurrency, blockchain. And what's happening in Catalonia, in Spain, consolidation of the ports. Whoever controls the ports controls food delivery and distribution. The entire blockchain system is moving to track every single shipment that's going to take place on the planet. They are tracking food, even individual chickens now, from the United States. Moving forward, food production, food distribution, and food delivery will be bought and sold using cryptocurrency on the blockchain, traceable for every gram of grain. This is how valuable food is going to get. This is the move on the chessboard moving forward. This is why I talk about it, because I want you to survive and I want you to thrive during this time. But if you just are burying your head in the sand and don't see that these are interconnected, and please join me for episode number 35, talking with David Dilley, where we give definitive dates for the onset of the cooling in 2019. This is happening. This is real. And if you're going to thrive during this time, you need to see how food is going to be bought and paid for and delivered and moved across the planet. And while you're watching the video, please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030 and click that bell so you can stay subscribed and get the latest updates. Talking about repeating patterns. Thieves steal tons of premium Bordeaux grapes. The French wine season was a disaster. Last year it was Austria and Germany. This year France is such in disarray with their wine growing that thieves have walked in and stripped vineyards clean. This article focuses specifically on one area that was targeted out of dozens that have been hit over the last week. 700 kilos of grapes stolen from a particular high-end grape variety, premium Bordeaux vineyards. And some of these not-so-premium areas were stripped as well. Copious quantities of grapes have been stolen, and then Philippe Barret even talks about how dire the harvest is. This is going to continue from this point forward. French wheat and French wine will be affected. They were greatly affected during the last Grand Solar Minimum. Trace back through history and see what happened in the 1700s, early 1700s, based on Grand Solar Minimum food losses. So has this occurred before, where when food got expensive or a type of food, did people steal it out of the fields? Let's just go back to Thailand, 2008. Rice prices jumped from $300 a ton to $330 a ton, and suddenly farmers need to keep watch over their fields because bandit harvesters would come in at night with their mechanical gear and just harvest entire fields in the dark, literally steal the rice from the field, drive away with it. Then they had to put armed guards out in the rice fields. And not only that, but then it led to rice hoarding. And we're already starting to see this right now where people are stealing out of the vineyards. This is a high-end crop, but what happens when it comes to corn and wheat and oats? Are they going to put armed guards in the fields, and will those guards shoot somebody stealing food? Because this rolls us right back into the Maunder Minimum again when grain shipments were accompanied by military. These food warehouse storage facilities are going to be the most valuable product, equal to what a gold exchange would hold in 2020. They will have to have armed guards around every one of these facilities. That's how valuable food is going to become. And when you understand that, By 2019 and 2020, food is going to get so expensive that it's going to disrupt the entire economic system on our planet. 2018 is when the real economic shakedown is going to start because food will double or triple in price, and that will pull out of the greater economy. But when you understand food, how valuable it's going to be in the future, you can see how cryptocurrency is moving into the food delivery and growing platforms with the farmers right now. I'm not promoting any of these coins. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my opinion, and I am telling you what's out there right now and how food is being digitized and food is moving into the cryptocurrency space. Food coin. This is a Swiss ICO that was set out for agriculture and food businesses. You understand they're moving this cryptocurrency into food production and delivery right now. In earnest. Business to consumer and business to business. Online marketplace for natural foods. This includes food buying clubs and co-ops. And you as the customer and small businesses connected to food and food growers and producers. They're even running a digital platform where you can use cryptocurrency, and this is all overseen with blockchain traceability. They have even 4,000 registered users already. 1,500 products on the site. Now we come to La Vaca Farming Collective. ICO called BioCoin. They originally raised $500,000. Now they're going for a $15 million ICO. Local farmers, natural producers. It's created by the Farm Co-op, consisting of 200 small family farms. Now, when it gets down to the level of small family farmers onto the blockchain, into cryptocurrency for payment, and I know people will come out of the woodwork and say, why are you trying to bring cryptocurrency into the grand solar minimum space? Because if you don't, you're not seeing the entire picture. I really hope you get it. This is where it's moving to. If you don't have cryptocurrency, you're not buying this. You can trade and barter, but when it comes to buying something at 2020, our global economy will have collapsed, evaporated into nothing at that point. There will be mass migration. There will be crime waves that are even unthinkable today. The way that people are going to pay for something at that time is going to be using cryptocurrency, gold, silver, or bartering. And then we jump over to Russia. Kolyanovo ecosystem, again, farm-oriented blockchain, agriculture producers, agricultural services. These food storage warehouses are going to house the most valuable commodity on our planet circa 2020. And each loaf of bread or pound of wheat or kilogram of corn coming out of these warehouses will be equivalent to your day's wages at today's present value. Food is going to be so expensive, and it's going to get scarcer as we roll past 2020. When we get into the 2023, 2024 era, the amount that food is going to cost you, if it can be grown regionally, we are coming back into a global reset button. If you have cryptocurrency, they're going to buy, sell, and trade through this medium. If you don't have it, you're going to be relegated to trading and bartering or using gold and silver. There will be some currencies that will be used as the world reserve currencies, which are undecided at the moment. The US dollar is not going to be one of those. It could be something coming out of China, or it could be something coming out of gold-backed reserves between Russia and China. Unknown at the moment. But the present ecosystem of our global banking, what you consider right now, is not going to exist in the same form 4 years from now. Why do you think large corporations are now even tracking chickens on the blockchain? Every one of those chickens you see there is going to be worth thousands of US dollars in 2023. Australia's biggest grain exporter, blockchain tracking system. Grains are also going to be incredibly expensive, if you can even get it. And now, why is everything moving over to the blockchain to restore trust? Now, China says it's for its food supply, and there's a lot of counterfeit foods over there. I could understand that. But when Walmart uses blockchain for food tracking, in addition to its regular supply chain management, and other Asia-Pacific blockchain consortiums are forming around food supply chain on the blockchain, don't they already have supply chain managers and a full system in play? Why do they suddenly move over? And it's not to save you money. It's so they can track everything, because it is going to be so valuable. And I can't even say that enough in this video. I really can't. So let's bring this into a real-world case study right here. Spain, the referendum that went on over the last week in Catalonia, Why do you think they decided to just suddenly, right now, step away? Well, let's take a look at what's on their coastline. Barcelona, incredibly famous, incredibly beautiful architecture. Let's zoom in on that. Seaports and container terminals, 2 of those, right there on the coast. But how much cargo is really going through Barcelona? Oh, the 3rd most in the entire country. Now, when you understand that who controls food distribution and food delivery becomes the new billionaires on the planet and also controls society. So the last piece of the puzzle, what would have to be is our food shipments will need to be tracked, literally tracked. Sea of Change, Deloitte tracking ships, not only the certificates, but the cargo on the blockchain, unaltered. Now you have Maersk deploying blockchain maritime insurance. And now we got IBM, blockchain, supply chain trials with Singapore port, one of the largest ports in the entire planet and in Asia. 2nd largest port in Europe outside Rotterdam. Blockchain logistics, they are getting ready to track everything. And IBM is focusing on this. Blockchain trucking tracking. Okay, so now we've gone from using Bitcoin 5 years ago to the introduction of Ethereum. And suddenly in the last year and a half, it moved into tracking everything grown, raised, shipped, or moved across the planet. Really? That adoption came that quickly? And now Ripple conferences talking about going around the SWIFT system are occurring this month on the 18th. And then just another rundown of headlines. Consensus, IBM, blockchain could save shipping industry billions. That's how they're going to sell it to you, is they're going to save you money on shipping, which will bring down the cost of your food because your food's going to keep rising in price. But from now on, the world's largest shipping firms are tracking cargo on the blockchain. And once you see all the largest shipping ports in Europe and the largest shipping ports in Asia starting to track everything through a different medium that can't be altered, and starting to know that Solidity is the way that it's going to be done, you might want to take a look over on GitHub at the Solidity real-time compiler, understand how it works, because I am bringing this to you to try to show you the future of our food production and how it's going to be wiped out and limited during the grand solar minimum, and how you're going to need to buy it, sell it, and trade it. Because all food production, and that'll even go down to the organic farmer. You saw the local organic farmer is going into blockchain and cryptocurrency for payments for their goods and services. Food distribution and the food delivery. Could be local with trucks, could be by rail, could be ocean-going vessels, but you've seen it's all going to be tracked. Every last gram of grain, or ounce if you're in the United States, will be tracked. It's going to be that valuable in the future. By 2020, food will be the most valuable commodity on our planet. And by the harvest season of 2019 and 20, the world will be very aware of what's going on, and this is going to set in a panic buy hoarding situation, which is going to further exacerbate the shortages. And when the harvests don't come in, and they know they're not coming in ever again in our lifetimes at the levels they are coming in last year and the years before, when we had abundant grain supplies, this is when the paradigm shifts. This is when that effect comes where everybody understands at the same time. We'll have a better understanding of why they need to protect the most valuable commodity on our planet and the way they're going to track it. This is the future. It's already almost 2018. This is the roadmap. This is the blueprint. This is how it's going to move. And I wish you the best of luck in exploring informationally what's going on in this space. And at the very minimum, you're going to have to grow your own food. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Time is getting shorter and shorter every single day for you to get ready for this.